My name is Fariha Shah. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Cominty. So Cominty is an AI application system for productivity. So we are talking about social transformation. So it's directly related to workforce, of course. And so quickly, Cominty integrates with all information context of a company that goes from explicit data to data related to people, because they are, of course, part of the information sources in the company. So it's really important to have them as an output in a AI solution you're using in your everyday work. And before Cominty, I co-founded a company called Golden Bees, which is a nature tech using automation and AI really quickly to generate high qualified applications through targeted job advertising. So this experience for me was really interesting because this is a use case of cross-referencing different kind of data from different fields, HR and marketing, and that's how we can actually innovate. And so, of course, when Gen AI arrived in our life, I was really, really amazed and excited to see all the use cases. And of course, as an entrepreneur, I see immediately the impact that could have in our life and how it actually can augment each of us. But of course, I won't lie, I also saw a lot of limits, and I also had a lot of concerns, especially regarding misinformations and all fabricated informations from the LLMs. So what is Cominty? Cominty is really a tools that give everyone to use Gen AI power as a worker. And at the same time, it helps everyone to keep the control on the source of information they are using every day, as they can, there is a total transparency, they can verify the sources and they can validate it. So just before to give the hand to, sorry, your name is Frédéric, I would just say I'm super excited to talk about responsible AI, because I think as tech builder it's super important to step back and to say, okay, we are giving in the hands of everyone, workers, people, tools that are actually very powerful. What is the impact is really important as a question.
Frédéric, I will turn to you. I mean, and we were talking about AI social transformation because yesterday you gave a talk on this one. You could probably have spoken as well on other teams, but I guess this one was important to you as well.
Yeah, thanks. I have the same issue that as Mohamed. I'm from a town border Germany, and my first language is French, and the second one is German.
My first language is German.
Yeah. I'm Fred, and I'm technical specialist at Microsoft. I have some customers to migrate some on-premise application into the cloud, and I prefer help my customers to create a new application within AI. I'm a writer because I wrote just one book, and this book is in French, and only in French. Tout le monde peut avoir la chance de comprendre l'intelligence artificielle. Everybody can understand, or have the chance to understand artificial intelligence. And I'm co-writer of a CEO of Council of Europe article about facial recognition and data privacy. And just before I come back at Microsoft, because I'm a boomerang at Microsoft. I'm a developer guy.
So what challenges most do you have in terms of internally, I guess, and for your clients as well? How do you face this, transformation parts? And I guess the fears of the workers. Would you like a bit to say more what you mentioned to me before?
Yeah, of course. So as I said to Audrey, I'm conducting a survey right now, and I went to 50 leaders from mid-sized organization and asked them directly what are your challenges. And I think it's more interesting and valuable to use their voice because I think we heard a lot about tech builders, but it's even more important to hear from people that are actually really concerned and directly concerned at first hand. So here are the three main trends. That's the first results of this survey. This is not out yet, so I'm sharing with you, and I'm super happy to share it with you. So first is AI as an enabler for human potential. So I have a verbatim here. AI helps reduce time spent on routine tasks, but critical decisions still require human reflections and emotional intelligence. So leaders view AI as a tool that should augment, not replace human intelligence. And many express concern that the hype around AI often leads to unrealistic expectations. That's their words. The real values lies in using AI to enhance creativity, strategy, and collaboration by handling repetitive tasks. The second is workforce transformation and adaptation. AI is reshaping the nature of work across industry. So here I have a verbatim, which is actually interesting. AI accelerates many tasks, which means we need to rethink job roles and processes to maximize its benefits. Also, this shift demands continuous training and upskilling. So we talked about this before. And one of them say, our role as a leader is to guide employees through this transformation by providing educations and support so they feel empowered instead of pregnant. Because in the survey, it's true that the fear of being replaced is really much present in the organizations within people. And the last one, which is really interesting, is about balancing trust and responsibility, because of course AI adoption raise concern about trust, and particularly about transparency. So when leaders say our role as a leader is to guide, when AI must be explainable and reliable, people are hesitant when they don't understand how decisions are made by these tools. So quickly, regarding Cominty, what we made, as I said before, is really to build the tools where we have the control on the sources. I think that's really important in this training process. Not only to learn people how to prompt, that's okay, we will do it. At the end of the day, everyone will prompt really nicely. But when it comes to understand what is LLM, to understand that this is not absolute truth, and that we need to keep the control of where the data is coming from, is for me essential. So each time a response is generated by a community, for instance, it's always sources. Even when the response is the profile of a person, you have all the detail about the person's and the reason why LLM selected this response. So this is one way I think to help to have an AI that is trustworthy, and really to have an AI that work for us, serve us, and not AI that's actually driving us. Yes.
Yeah, I have a couple of questions. Who can explain to me the difference? Oh, no, I will try. Who can make the difference between a man face and a woman face? Raise the hand. I can. Okay. Sometimes I fail. Okay? Who can explain to me the difference between a man face and a woman face?
Beard.
What's the difference?
Beard.
Yeah.
Beard.
The beard. No beard, no beard. Sometimes women can have a beard.
It's whiter for men and it's thinner for women.
I don't know. It's a rhetorical question because you can make the difference, but it's very difficult to explain why. Why you want to explain some algorithm in AI? Why always do that? I don't believe that, really. We can discuss. I can make a difference between an orange and apple, but I don't know in English, clémentine and mandarin. But only makes a difference when I test it. And this is
Even then, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't even know if there
exactly,
isn't two words in English either for them when I think about it.
Now, it's not a joke because it's very important to understand. Sometimes we can't explain how our brain process and how the ER process. It's not an issue. But if you want to make a medical or healthcare diagnostic, it's important to explain why it is. Okay. At Microsoft, we don't. Sometimes I think our image is evil. That's evil style.
In the big tech.
Yeah, in the big tech, because we are the GAFAM, and because we are IBM GAFAMI. At Microsoft, we provide since 8 or maybe 10 years ago 6 principles that represent our responsibility AI, and the 6 principles. It's a joke because 89% of Microsoft employees complete the module of responsibility except me.
Still time tonight.
Yeah, no. And the circular of this responsible guide, AI guide, is fairness, reliability and safety, privacy and security, inclusiveness, transparency, and accountability. But it's plain issue. And if you want to download our 24 report of transparency AI, you can go to our site and download it if you want. Internally, we are a member of Women in AI, and I'm a mentor of mentoree in Women in AI. I'm very proud about that. And we provide a new internal program about Share AI to help social internship to include AI in the new project, like France Travail, Pôle emploi, France Travail, English, France Travail. That we provide this guide, some guide, and some other guide like HAS toolkit to help every company to develop and product that mix human and AI. And we have internally a team that's called Responsible AI team. And for each our customers that have a new project in AI, we check and validate or not this project internally. Then our customer can go to our competitor if you want. But sometimes we refuse some use cases like use a desk voice for your or channel, for example, if you want. And sometimes we refuse because we avoid some use case because explicitly customers say we want less employees, then we want to replace employees by AI. It's rejected internally, and we don't go to this kind of project with our customers.
And I think, well, your book is still, we can still buy it?
Yeah, and yes.
Frédéric is giving a lot of talks as well, just to...
Yeah, I'm former teacher in Saint-Pon, in Strasbourg. My book is only available on Amazon because it's auto editor.
But it's important, I guess, that you also internally and share your knowledge among colleagues and mentors.
Second edition is on right now is because the first one is just AI, machine learning and deep learning, not Gen AI, because Gen AI doesn't exist when I wrote this book. And the second one is only in Gen AI. And I have just not a question, but just a remark. LLM is not a search engine. LLM is not a knowledge database. Please, thanks.
Please.
Okay, and don't trust LLM if you don't have the source and the citation. I think it's maybe obvious, but
It's always good to say it. Many thanks to both of you. We will turn on to the next one.